Hey guys, so this is the kind of weather we're having in northeast Mississippi right now, and it's pretty terrible. I'm had my fun with it. I played around in a little bit. I'm going on day 3, I think, of mostly ice, a little bit of snow, but mostly ice. And my hardy heater is having a workout, man. It's getting some use out of it. I'm glad I got it, but it's starting to give me some trouble. My blower fan on the back of it that kicks on when the water temperature drops blows and makes the fire grow, get a little bigger. It's quit working, and now I've got to swap it out with a new one. And it's like 12 degrees out here, so stick around. I'll show you how to do it. So here's the part I'm talking about. It's this blower unit there. It's attached to electromagnet. When water temperature gets below a certain point set by the thermostat up there, sends power to the magnet. This sucks up, which lifts the little damper there and kicks on electric motor down there, and this has a fan inside of it. Blows, makes the fire get bigger. Water temperature gets to where it needs to be. Electromagnet turns off, flapper flops down, and the fan turns off. Well, now I unplugged it because I was out here messing with it. It's calling for heat right now. So if I plug this up, the electromagnet's going to jump up, the lid's going to open, but the fan's not going to turn. I'll show you what I'm talking about. See, that turned on. But the fan blades in there are not turning. Here lately, let me turn it off so it's not so loud. Here lately, when the blower motor comes on, I can hear the bearing in there pretty dry, squeal, and take a while to turn on. Sometimes I have to come out here with a stick or my pocket knife and stick it in there and start it and get it going, and then it blows fine. And it works for a few days or so, and then kind of does the same thing. So yesterday I took some PB Blaster actually, and there's a hole in the back where you can spray to lube up the bearings. Did it. It seemed to help. It was turning a lot easier, but came out this morning and the lid was open, but the fan wasn't turning. Took a stick, tried to turn it a few times. There's no resistance. It's something in that motor is turned loose. I don't know if I messed it up with the PB Blaster or if the bearing in there is finally seized up, but it's turning fairly easy. I don't know. I'm just gonna swap it out with a new one because it's too cold to be out here troubleshooting it. My new one is right there. I'm gonna swap it out. I may pull this one apart and take a look inside of it, see if it's something I can fix. So let me set up the camera and then I'm gonna get to work. So there's no good place to put this phone camera, and it's really cold, so I don't feel like messing with it too much. What I gotta do is pull out these sheet metal screws here. One here, there, and one underneath. Pull those out, and then the blower fan is going to come away. I'm going to put the new blower fan on. I'll try to show you what I can. Oh, and I got to undo the electrical wires here. Shouldn't matter which ones go where because it's just a hot and neutral. Go into the 110 fan engine down there, motor down there. I'll undo these, and then I'll hurry this up because I'm getting cold. I'm taking off the guard that goes across the bottom here, the metal guard to hold up the door on the back. You can see it a lot better. That's the blower fan unit. I got the first sheet metal screw out up here. Now I've got to pull one here and then one on the opposite side. And it may be a little tough to get to that other one, but I'm going to try, see what we can do. Got the blower motor free. Now got to undo this keychain ring and note which hole you have it in, because that'll change the adjustment on how far the flap comes up. And then all you got to do is rewire these two wires that go into this plug, and it doesn't matter which one they go into. But there it is. That's the blower motor. And I was struggling today, man. It had sheet metal screws in it. They were 8 mil, 5/16. This is the only one I could find. Box end was rounded out, and this end was spread open. So I had to take a hammer and beat it back together enough just to grab, to get the one on the back side I couldn't get a socket on. So make sure you have the right tools. I will from now on. So let's get this swapped over. It's starting to sleet. It's gonna get colder. So there's where the blower fan goes. There's the keyring attachment for the flap and the wires. Those wires are pretty corroded, but something I didn't know before and should have, well, there was no way to know it unless you've done this before. On the back side of the fan, that hard one that was the back sheet metal screw that was hard to get to, it's actually just a slide in. So if you can get it loose at all, you can just slide it off. I don't know if mine had it like that. I didn't even pay attention until I grabbed this new one out of the box. Those two are easy to get to. That one on the back, son of a gun. So check that before you have to unscrew it all the way like I did. But it wasn't bad if you had the right wrench. All right, I'm gonna put it back on. Sleet's starting to get a little heavier. Okay, so here it is. Got wires wired up. 2 wires coming out of there. It doesn't matter which way, as long as they're hooked the way they were when you undid them. Left and right, right, left, doesn't matter. Then I got key ring in the same hole. Finally got that guy tightened. Had to loosen these back up because it was putting too much pressure on the back side. So loosen these, tighten that one first, and then tighten these. And you can watch this cork gasket squeeze out. The back one's still not as tight as the front ones. I'll probably bring home a better wrench from work, tighten that back one a little bit. But here's a moment of truth. See if this works. I'm gonna plug it in. Oh yeah. Can't really see it, but smoke's starting to blow. That one sounds so much better than the previous one. The bearings are quiet. I'll take a close-up of this part number. In case anybody needs one. There's other companies that make them, different prices out there. But that one's guaranteed to work on Hardy, at least the H2. So there she is. I'm gonna put the bottom cover back on, put the lid on this thing, go inside and try to warm up. So here's the blower fan I took off, and it's in there that way. But right on the back side here, if I can get it turned around, right there, there's a little hole with that line under it. That's where you're supposed to put machine oil to help the bearings. And down there too. If you put it in there, that'll help save the bearings. I didn't know those were there until I got all this pulled apart. So I'm gonna make a regular habit of oiling the new one that I just put on. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you never have to do this in the dead of winter like I did with it sleeting, snowing, icing. But if you ever do have to do it, maybe this will help you out. You'll know what to do, you know what to expect. Appreciate you watching. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.